What's up, y'all? Millie here. This is the recipe that has put me on the map. This is my Southern baked macaroni and cheese. It has a custard base, super creamy and cheesy, and if it's not baked, I don't want it. In this chapter, I'm gonna show you ingredients, the technique, preparation, and everything in between to make this quintessential Southern dish. Southern baked macaroni and cheese is the creme de la creme of soul food dishes. This is the top tier, one of the most important dishes you'll make in Southern cuisine. So let me show you how to do it. So macaroni and cheese, what do we start with? A pot of water that's at a rolling boil. We're gonna salt our water, because this is the time where you get to season the pasta. And then from there, we're gonna add our macaroni. See, simple already, right? We're gonna give this a mix so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. We hear things about adding oil to it. It'll prevent the pasta from sticking. Not true, you don't need any oil in your pasta water. Just stir it. On the box of your macaroni, it says to cook it for about 10 minutes. We're gonna cook it for about 8 minutes only because we're gonna add some more liquid, our half and half, and we're gonna bake it in the oven, and we don't want mushy, overcooked noodles. So during this time, we'll have our oven preheated at 350 because why? We want the oven waiting for us. We don't wanna wait for the oven. So our noodles are done. We're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna take our pot to our sink. I have a colander in the sink, and we're gonna drain it and rinse it with cool water. Colander. So the reason why we rinse our noodles under cold water is because we're gonna add eggs to it and we don't want our eggs to curdle. Okay, so now that our noodles are cool, I'm gonna leave them in the colander and I'm gonna put them back over the hot pot. We're gonna take our pot. So we're gonna leave our noodles in the colander just to drain out some more of the extra moisture. Do not worry, this will not reheat the noodles at all. We're just trying to get the water, because you know, they have holes on the end. Water could get trapped inside. And I'm gonna throw off this water. So now we're gonna take our noodles. We're gonna put it in our pot. Okay, so now that our noodles are back in our pot, fully cooled and drained, we're gonna season our noodles. So we're going to take some salt. We're gonna add some paprika, some fresh cracked black pepper, and our unsalted melted butter. I'm gonna take the same spoon, we're gonna mix it. Season your food, okay? Nobody wants no bland macaroni and cheese. Have you ever had macaroni and cheese and it's just so bland? It looks great and it has no flavor. That's essentially what this will be if we do not salt and pepper and season our macaroni and cheese. This is where we're gonna add our eggs. So if you have some sort of level of expertise where you know how to incorporate eggs, now I'm not being shady here when I say this, but oftentimes people don't incorporate their eggs enough into their macaroni and it'll curdle. So we don't want those little white spots of scrambled eggs. We're gonna actually add it to this mixture, so we're gonna make sure it's fully incorporated. 1 egg, 2. We'll give it another mix. And as you see, I added the eggs after I seasoned everything, so I wanted to make sure the flavor and the taste was there. Simple, macaroni, eggs, butter, seasoning. And often people ask, why do you add eggs? Eggs adds that luscious, unctuous deliciousness that you want in macaroni and cheese. This is just a Southern soul food way of making it, and this is the way I grew up making it. Again, make your adjustments how you would like it, but I'm just showing you Millie's way. I have my casserole dish here. We are going to spray it, and we just do this for easy cleanup. And I'm gonna add some cheese, 3/4 of this, to my noodles. We're gonna give it a mix. Wow, that was about half. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay. So we're gonna put half of our noodle mixture into our greased casserole dish. We're gonna smooth this out. Then we're gonna add some more cheese. We're gonna reserve about 1/4 cup for the top. And we're just gonna give it like a little lasagna action. Another even layer. And we're gonna top with our remaining macaroni. Oh, don't get it on the counter. Okay. Spread it out into an even layer. Now look, see how simple that came together? And our last step, some half and half. And if you don't have half and half, you can totally use whole milk. We're gonna cover with aluminum foil. So we're gonna bake this into a preheated 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And we cover this with aluminum foil only because we wanna keep the steam in. As well, we don't want the top to get brown too quickly. So the best thing I like about the macaroni is like the little ones that get stuck to aluminum foil. So now we're gonna take our last bit of cheese. We're going to put it on top of our macaroni. This is just for like that browning moment. You can always put the cheese on before you put it in the oven. But as you see, the noodles stuck to aluminum foil, so we don't want all the cheese to stick to the aluminum foil. That's why we save a little bit in the end. We're gonna put it back in the oven, brown that cheese on top, and then we'll be ready to serve. And we'll stand here and wait. We will not walk away. We don't want to waste all of our good fortune and then burn the whole casserole. What you see and hear is all of that sizzle, all of that bubble. The cheese is nicely melted and the ends are a little bit crispy. I like a crispy end. And ooey gooey deliciousness. Of course, you want to serve this piping hot. So now's the time to dig in and serve it. And the best thing about serving it in a casserole dish is it's beautiful and you could take it right from the oven and put it on the table. So now we're gonna go into scooping our first bit of macaroni and cheese. I'm excited. So you see how it pulls away. It doesn't stick to the pan. And look, ooey gooey cheesiness, nice and hot. We see the specks of black pepper. I like a lot of black pepper in mine. And let's just go for the taste. Exactly what you're looking for at macaroni and cheese. Cheesy, nice, tender pasta. It's creamy, it's seasoned, and it's just the perfect center of the plate dish. In this chapter, you learned how to make Southern baked macaroni and cheese. I showed you guys how to prepare it. I showed you guys how to season it. I showed you Millie's little quick flair of not making a roux, but just dumping the cream right on top of the macaroni. And I hope that you guys enjoy it, make it your own, and most importantly, remember, you are the embodiment of infinite possibilities.